Oh, that's a lot of dust. Hi, it's Oishi. This is a video. So I saw Ashley from A Dash of Ash do this a little while back where she basically took all of her unread books on her bookshelf and showed them off, and it was pretty fun to watch. So I thought it'd be fun to do that too, because A, it's kind of humiliating to see just how many books I have that I have not read, and B, because I'm unoriginal and need to plagiarize people. Here we go. Burn for Burn by Jenny Han and Supan Vivian. I really hope I said that right. I don't know what this is about. I think it's about 3 girls who got broken up with and then want revenge. I don't know. The Longest Ride by Nicholas Sparks. I don't know why I have this. Beautiful Creatures. I don't know why I have this either. Great Mercy by Robin Lefevers. I think this is about a girl and death. The Dark Missions of Edgar Brim by Shane Peacock. Again, no idea what this is about, but I did meet the author and he was really awesome and really fun to talk to, so I do want to read it one day. Just not today. What do we say to the God of Death? Not today, bitch. This Dark Endeavor and Such Wicked Intent by Kenneth Opel. I think this is about Frankenstein. Also, I hate that they're not the same size, which is why I separated them on my shelves. The Haunting of Sunshine Girl by Paige Mackenzie. I think it's about a haunted house. Shadow Town by Duncan Thornton. Zero idea. The Odyssey by Homer. I had this because my sister took like a Greek and Roman epics course in uni and she somehow acquired more than 1 copy, so she gave the shittier one to me, as older sisters do. House of Secrets by Chris Columbus and Ned Vizzini. Again, I think it's about another like magical house or something. The Time Traveler's Wife. It's about a time traveler's wife. Okay, so the next 3 sort of go together, and those are Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens, Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte, and The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. I got these for like 3 for $10 from Indigo, mostly because A, 3 for $10, and B, because they're so pretty. I mean, look at that, they're so pretty, but haven't read any of them. I feel like that's most people, like, they own a bunch of classics but have read 0 of them. Unless you have read them, and then you're just a better person than me. Life of Pi by Jan Martel. I got this from a garage sale, I think, and it is about a guy who has a tiger. Going back to the Greek epics, I have another copy of the Odyssey for some reason. I don't know why I have this. Metamorphoses by Ovid, and the Aeneid of Virgil. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that wrong. Again, these were donated to me by my sister. I thought she kept this copy, but apparently she didn't. That's when you know you have a problem, when you don't even know what you own. Possibly the biggest book that I own, Under the Dome by Stephen King. This is like 1,072 pages. It's about a dome that like cuts off people from the rest of the world. The Queen of the Tearling by Eric and Johansson. No idea what this is about. It's funny, you hear a number of titles so often, and you hear people talk about them so often, and yet I just don't remember what they're about when it comes down to it. Illuminae by Amy Coffin and Jay Kristoff. This is like a sci-fi adventure through space with 2 people that have just recently broken up, I think. I started reading this, and then I didn't finish it. Mostly because I was in a reading slump. Nothing against the book, it was pretty interesting. But yeah, I want to pick it back up. Also, it just has a killer cover. I mean, come on, come on. The Impossible Knife of Memory by Laurie Halse Anderson. I think it's about an impossible knife of memory. It was also $1.50. Just Listen by Sarah Dessen. I don't know why I own this. Shiver, Linger, and Forever by Maggie Stiefvater. I read The Raven Cycle by her and I loved it. It's like one of my favorite series of all time. So I don't know why I just haven't gotten around to reading this one. I don't know, it's completely different than her other one. It's about like werewolves. But yeah, also I know that the text on the inside is the same color as like the cover and stuff. So that's cool. Seraphina by Rachel Hartman. This is about a girl that can turn into a dragon, I think. The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. Another book that I've heard so much about and yet I know 0. Like, I don't know what it's about. It's also a really nice floppy paperback, so there's that. Queen of Shadows by... Ugh. Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. When this came out, I had forgotten so much that had happened in the series before it that I just decided to not read it because I didn't want to just be blind going into it. I wanted to actually know what was happening. Yeah, now that the series is over, maybe I'll try and pick it back up. Carry On by Rainbow Rowell. I read Fangirl and I liked it, so you'd think that I would read this, especially because it's about magic and it's like Simon and Baz. We love that. But yeah, I just haven't picked it up. Also, it's just so pretty. It's so pretty. What's it? Ooh! That's pretty. Clearly, there's a lot on this shelf that I have not read. Starting with Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. Again, when it came out, I'd totally forgotten what happened in Lady Midnight, and I didn't want to go into it not knowing anything, so I just didn't read it. But When Dimple Met Rishi. Hey, in my defense, I bought this kind of sort of recently, so it's okay that I haven't read it. It's about when Dimple meets Rishi and then love happens. Wolf by Wolf and Blood for Blood by Ryan Groudon. I got these for free, actually. In my library we did like a book exchange thing where like people brought in books they didn't want and then you got to take whatever you saw that you liked. And I saw these and I've heard tons about them. And so I picked them up. It's like set in a world where Hitler won World War II, and now this girl is trying to enter a race, I think, to win and meet Hitler so she can assassinate him. It sounds pretty freaking awesome. I love historical fiction, and it sounds badass, so I'm actually excited to get to this rather soon. Strange Light Afar by Rui Umezawa. These are tales of the supernatural from old Japan, which is already pretty awesome. Again, I got this one for free because I got it from my library for review, I think, and I haven't read it yet. The Way Back Home by Alan Stratton. I got this one for free too from the library. I won it in a giveaway, and it's about a girl who like breaks her grandmother out of an old home and just goes on an epic adventure, which, yes, that sounds awesome. For someone who loves The Book Thief and loves I Am the Messenger, I don't know why I haven't read Bridge of Clay yet. Maybe just because I know it's probably going to hurt me and rip my soul apart, and I'm just not ready for that negativity in my life. Salt to the Sea. Got this one a while ago. It's supposedly about something in World War II, like a boat crash. Boat crash? No. What is the correct terminology for that? Tragedy strikes a boat and lots of people die, and it's supposedly devastating and you will cry, which is why I haven't read it. Gone and Hunger by Michael Grant. This series is about a world where suddenly one day all of the adults disappear, so it's just kids that are trying to survive. Opal and Origin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. The reason I haven't read these is because they're books 3 and 4 in a series, the Lux series, and also I'm not interested. Apparently it's good, but I don't think I'm really in the mood for aliens. Okay, I'm gonna fly through some of these next ones really quickly because I've already talked about them in another video that I made, so I'm just gonna say their names. Mr. Death's Blue-Eyed Girls by Mary Downing Hahn. Marley and Me by John Grogan. The Replacement by Brenna Jovanoff. And What Came from the Stars by Gary D. Schmidt. Pandemonium by Christopher Brookmeyer. I think this is set in a high school, and there's like drama. An Ember in the Ashes by Saba Tahir. This is an arc that I got from a small town bookstore. No idea what it's about. It's fantasy. I know that much. The Ring and the Crown by Melissa De La Cruz. Two girls that have to, like, fight each other. I don't know. The Last Dragon Slayer by Jasper Ford. It's about The Last Dragon Slayer. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. Yet another classic that I have not read. I literally don't know what this is about. I think it's about a guy named Heathcliff. Or Heathcliff. I don't even know how to say his name. How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh. I've been meaning to read this for so long and I still have not gotten around to it. Yeah, it's about how to be a boss. Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. No idea what this is about. It's about some girl, right? The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. No idea. Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. Looks like sci-fi. And it's like some post-apocalyptic world. Wow, I said that word really weird. Okay, these last few, I actually have an excuse why I didn't read them yet. I got them all relatively recently, so that's my excuse. The Tattooist of Auschwitz by Heather Morris. This is gonna be depressing. It's about someone, I don't know who, but someone who becomes like the tattooist in Auschwitz who like gives everyone the tattoos, the numbers, which That's already so horrible to think about. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas. This is about police brutality and, you know, standing up for yourself, speaking out, raising your voice. It sounds like it's going to be absolutely incredible because everyone keeps saying it is, and I will read it one day. How Far We Go and How Fast by Nora Dector. I actually got to meet the author for this again too, and like got it signed and everything, and she was really sweet. I think this is about a girl whose life really revolves around music, and I think everything changes for her when something happens with her brother, I think. Hopefully, I got some of that right. A Game of Thrones by George R.R. Martin. In light of the recent disaster of last season, I thought it'd be great that I get to show this off. If I tried to explain what this is about, we'd be here for 7 years. The last book that I own that I have not read yet is The Black Prism by Brent Weeks. Again, this I got from my whole library book sharing thing, so it's kind of messed up, kind of not great, but I think it works, you know? It was meant to be loved by someone else, and that someone else is me, even though I have not read it yet. This is like a fantasy novel that's based on the light system, I think. That's where the magic is. That's all I know about it. And that's it. That was a journey. If you're the one person watching this, thanks. Also, if you're that one person and you're interested in watching Ashley's video, I'll leave that in the description for you to check out because it was pretty fun. Yeah, that's all I have for you. This has been a video. Bye.